We love you, the papers too.
Welcome to our third episode in the series of early potty training. Today we'll be looking at the consequences of not starting early. Late toilet training, as research has highlighted, is now 2 years of age. We need to start questioning as parents, why are we waiting? In the 1920s, we popped our children on the potty at 3 months old. They were toilet trained by 12 months. Back then, they had cloth nappies, and obviously it was too inconvenient to have your child in nappies after 1 year old. So parents chose to start early. Now parents are choosing to start late. And the consequence of this? Well, you'll find out from even a medical viewpoint, and I guess the things that are actually harming our children because of this. And the facts are there. Take a look at your nappy aisle. They're making nappies for 8 to 15-year-olds. This is the consequence of starting late. Have a listen to what Anna Christie has to say in relation to her research, toilet training infants and children in Australia. It is something that parents need to hear.
Well, these health issues have been derived from the medical research, and it is hypothesized that perhaps when children do not learn to empty their bladder correctly, fully, that at an appropriate age, that there may be some risk of developing dysfunctional bladder. And dysfunctional bladder is where you don't fully empty the bladder and there's some residue left behind. The topic of hygiene is also one of the reasons that I just think it is, it's such a positive to toilet train your child and not to have to deal with the poo. Well, but it's interesting that the mums who put off toilet training, often the very reason that they put it off is that they don't want to deal with the poo and the wee. Well, what they don't know is that the poo and the wee of a little infant is a lot better than the poo of a 3-year-old.
That's one of the main things I say to them. A 2-year-old poo is an adult poo. You don't want to go there.
No,
but they are.
No, and so it's a misguided idea that that this is a cleaner thing to do. And I feel so sorry for those little children to have the poo to be all squashed in the cracks of their little body, you know, which is what happens when you have poo in a nappy.
And it becomes harder with the nappy pushing it back up again as well.
Pushing it back up. It's not nice. So I think it's a misguided idea about hygiene. Really, the best hygiene is to keep the poo away from the body and to toilet train them at an age that they can. I think it would be a fantastic next step if someone in the medical industry, someone perhaps a urologist or a paediatrician, would take an interest in this topic and to spearhead some change in the way that doctors advise people when they go to see a medical practitioner in relation to their child's either incontinence or constipation, which are often quite linked up. You asked me earlier how would it be possible to make changes in the way that the medical profession views the problem. And it would be fantastic if some research could be done. But this research now is not research that I should be doing. This should now be in the medical realm. To examine, is it true then? Could it be possible that the late toilet training is causing dysfunctional bladder and is possibly resulting in a rise in urinary tract infections?
So we've run through how to start early with a baby, but when and how do we start with a toddler? The best way to do this is through our Whiz and Plop Go Potty packs, either Dumping the Gang or Bella and Friends theme. The thing with a baby is you just need to know what to do, and your baby just follows. This is why I consider it far easier than a toddler. When it comes to toilet training a toddler, the simple fact of the matter is they can say no. And they don't call it the terrible twos for no reason. Basically, starting at an age where your child can say no really well just does not make sense whatsoever. So with our Go Potty packs, we actually recommend that you can start from 14 months. And this is the age where we've actually started with our own children and multiple others with regards to having fantastic success. Never underestimate your child and how clever they are. If you show them how to do it, they just get it. To give you an idea, my sister started with her twin boys using our system, what we now call our Bulletproof Boy Pack. She started with Sebastian and Tristan at 14 months old. They were daytime trained by 17 months, nighttime trained by 18 months. These are the results that you can get. So how do we start a toddler? The key is how for you, motivation for your child. Like I said, with a toddler, they can say no. So they need to be motivated and obviously also taught what to do. And this is what the system does. So what's involved and how it's so successful and toilet trained now thousands of children around Australia and the world is the fact that you are taught what to do. The DVD has our No More Nappies workshop on it. And what this does is it actually runs through the foundation of toilet training. The simple basics that often we don't even think about or don't realise. And I often say toilet training is in the details. This is why our system works so successfully and why it's guaranteed. It's our details that make all the difference. And we dedicate the toilet training to your child. Every child's different. You can't put a child in a box. So what this does is it allows you to have the flexibility to use the system according to your needs and your child's needs. So for instance, the system teaches you that your child's bladder size to get them there at the right times. Again, great example with my sister's twins, same age, one went every 40 minutes, one went every 4 hours. Two completely different bladder sizes. Subsequently, you could not put the 4-hour bladder size child Tristan on the same time as the 40-minute bladder size Sebastian. You would just get toilet refusal because they simply don't need to go. So this is the sort of thing that makes a big difference. I had a mum once say to me that once she found out this information, she was popping her little girl on every 30 minutes and getting objections. After watching the DVD and working through the system, she established that her child actually had a 2-hour bladder size. After knowing that information and working with her child, 4 days later done. So this is how important this information is. And the fact of the matter is, you need to get your child to the toilet at the right times. That's the key. You cannot wait for your child to let you know they need to go because certain personality types simply will not do that. They just won't tell you. And that's the other thing we cover, is your child's personality. By running through the 4 different personality types, you're able to discover whether your child's a cautious child, laid-back child, strong-willed child, whatever, and then subsequently how to work with them most effectively. Again, small details like this can make all the difference to the process. And then you simply play the toilet game. So we, again as parents, we just think wheeze poos on the toilet. We forget about what a child thinks and forget about the journey along the way. So we need to make toilet training exciting. We need to make it interesting. Wheeze and poos? Simply boring for a child, especially if you have the playful sanguine that needs excitement, etc. So literally you play the toilet game with your child. And this is initially introduced through the children's book that you receive in the pack. Dumping in the Gang Toilet Training Adventure for boys, Bella and Friends Toilet Training Adventure for girls. And the key again is the details involved. So each character in the book has a name, and each character teaches something to do with toilet training. Dumpy shows you how you bomb the yum-yums with your poo-poos. Boys need to see this. So it becomes a situation where instead of, do you want to do wheeze and poos, which you'll get no every time, to, quick, let's go feed the hungry toilet the yum-yum. So you can hit it with your wheeze, bomb it with your poos, makes a big difference to the process. Choo-choo the train, all aboard, Choo-choo Train Express, tickets please. You get your VIP pass to go. How can your child resist? So it helps you think like a child and makes toilet training fun. Our toilet yum-yums and tickets. Yum-yums are simply magic for toilet training. They're our food for Mr. Toilet. And the key is it's great for wheeze and poos, boys and girls, potties and toilets. So very versatile product. Works like magic when it comes to toilet training. So it makes a big difference. Using our toilet tickets and the yum-yums, things like this is they physically get your child to the toilet to help go, and then the toilet game that you then play with your child then makes all the difference to keep them going back long enough to be toilet trained. Consistency is the key, and because you're getting your child to the toilet at the right times, that makes all the difference. You're working with their personality so that if an objection occurs, you know how to fix it immediately. It doesn't become a bad habit. So this allows you to have fun. Your child has fun, you get toilet trained quickly. Included in our Whiz and Plop Go Potty packs is also an ebook on bedwetting on your DVD. What that does is it gives you the game plan to start night training. We recommend do day first, but move straight on to night once your child is accomplished. And again, by knowing bladder, brain, wake up, that sort of thing, you know exactly what you need to do. And in our full system, our No More Nappies packs, both boy, girl and early, you're able to get the full day and night and the subsequent benefits that accompanies either a boy or a girl. For instance, with a boy, you need standing and aiming. So they're the sort of things that we incorporate in the No More Nappies packs for a boy. You get a wee man and a wee target to accommodate for that. And you get the night training also. Again, how for you with the ebook, and then motivation for your child with our My First Reward charts. So with our No More Nappies packs and our Whiz and Plop Go Potty packs, our goal is to help you toilet train your child by 2 years of age or earlier. By starting at 14 months, you're able to then give your child enough time to practice the situation. And as I showed you, Kylie with her twin boys, they were completely done by 18 months. And as research has actually shown, by starting earlier, you'll actually go quicker and have less problems than those associated with late training. So start early, the benefits are plentiful, and have your child toilet trained by 2 years of age.